Okay, so this is another spray basting tutorial. This is with a quilt that's a little bit longer or wider than my table is. It's 60 by 72 my table is, and my quilt's about 70 by 70 I believe. And so it's got some hangover on this side, which I'll have to shift, but for now I've put my clamps on one side and now I'm going to clamp the opposite side. And again, with these larger quilts, it's so nice to be able to use the clamps, and really the only way to do it, because you can't tape it because there's nowhere to tape it really. Okay, now I can do the two sides. Do those real quick. These are folding tables that I got. They're 30 inches by 6 feet or 72 inches from Walmart. They do have them at Sam's Club and Costco, but looking at them, they have a wider, they're a thicker table, so I don't know if these clamps will work on them. You may have to get different clamps. I like these clamps. They were 99 cents at Home Depot, so they were a great buy. They hold the fabric well on the table, so now I'm going to go get the batting. Okay, sometimes it is hard to tell on the batting which is the top, which is the back. So they often say if you can't tell, look for the nubs. The nubs go up. Okay, so this one I can't really tell, so I'm putting the nubs up. Nubs are those little bumps. Okay, it's a larger batting, so I'm having to work it a little bit more to get it all unfolded. Ideally, you want to unfold your batting if it's in a package the night or so before. If it's got a lot of wrinkles, you may want to put it in a dryer for a little bit to smooth out and get rid of some of those wrinkles, and just to let it air and relax. Okay, like I said, this one's longer and larger, so I'm going to have to do some other things different that I did on the other video. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it over this way this time. And we're going to spray this half. Sorry for my back to the camera, but I'm going to grab it and I'm going to smooth it down the center, and then I'm going to pull the side up and smooth it all the way to the edges and to the bottom there. And do the same on this side, fold it up and smooth it across. There, it's nicely done. And you do have to be a little bit careful, because the clamps will grab a hold of it, so I'm going to have to pull it up over those clamps and toss it that way. Kind of pull it until I see it's grabbing from where I sprayed it previously. Okay. If you're like me and have to seam a quilt or seam the backing, and you can run some basting spray right there and kind of hold that, and that'll hold that seam down if it wants to pop up. Mine doesn't seem to be wanting to pop up, so it's doing fine. Okay, spray all that. Okay, now I'm going to grab this batting, bunch it, pull it down the center, and then do the sides as well. There, as far as we can do, our batting is basted down, and now it's time for the quilt top for this part of it. Okay, again, the quilt top is going to be longer than the tables are wide. So once I have this spread out, it's going to hang over on that side some. Okay, this one has a neutral color for its negative spaces there. It's wide open spaces for my machine quilting, so I chose just a natural batting. For the other one, it had white squares. So if it has white squares, you might want to choose a white batting so that it doesn't discolor it. And of course, if it's a black or a dark quilt, you want to choose a black batting. Okay, done here. I'm going to go ahead and fold this back over so we can spray that side. What I do with my spray, here it is. Okay, shake your spray a little bit each time. Take off any of the loose threads there. And then spray away. Again, if you have two people, one grabs one side, one grabs the other side, and it's easier to do. And I have just one person for right now, so let me go ahead and smooth that, and then smooth it to the sides. I won't be in the way when I do it on the other side, so you'll get a better vision. And I know my fabric goes over the edge and the batting also, so that works well. Now I'm simply going to fold this over as far as it goes and spray that side. Okay, I can see where my clamps are, so I'm only going to spray to about here. Center, smooth it. Again, I'm not stretching it, I'm just pulling it so it's taut. Okay, and there's no wrinkles. Last thing you want on your quilt top is wrinkles, right? We don't want them on our face either, but we sometimes can't. Don't have anything we can do about that, but moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Alright. Alright, so I'm just done as far as I can on this, but I still have this about a foot of loose that I still need to baste. So off come all the clamps, and I'm just going to set them up on top of the quilt for now. I'll be pulling the quilt down, so I'm just going to toss them kind of here in the middle. Setup I have, I've got 16 clamps and 2 folding tables. If you have the room for the non-folding tables, that's an option too. Okay, so I'm going to pull it about a foot or more. That's about what I need. And I'm going to clamp again. Okay, you still need to have it tight, so I'm still going to clamp it. Backing smooth. Okay. I may not have to put so many on the side, but I just want to go on the backing and not the whole quilt on the sides. And this is just to hold that backing nice and tight. Okay. So now I have the batting. It's still not attached, and it's about right there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that to attach the backing on. that side, then I'll be able to do the rest of the quilt, and I will be. Okay, that's about how far it goes. Spray this. All right, and there you have it. Now you might have a little bit of stickiness on that side, so after I cut my batting, I could simply lay that backing right there, and that'll adhere to that stickiness still and keep my hands from getting sticky as I'm stitching. But I've never had any problems with this June Taylor basting spray gumming up my needles, gumming up my machine, causing any problems whatsoever with it. So I think it's a great product. I think this is a great method for quilting small and large quilts, and I hope you've enjoyed and learned from this tutorial. Thank you so much.